And action! Hey guys, so as you can see from the title of this video, today's video is going to be about my weight, or more specifically how I lost 30 pounds, which is I think just over 2 stone. Before I get started, I do just want to say quickly, I'm by no means an expert in health or fitness. I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that have worked for me and yeah, my own kind of journey, I suppose. So now that little disclaimer's out the way, I just want to give you guys a bit of a brief history. I feel like for as far back as I can remember, I've always struggled with my weight. There have been times in my life that I've been a lot heavier, and there's been times that I've been slimmer, but it's something that I've always had to kind of keep an eye on in order to keep it in check. This time around was a little bit different because I gained the weight quite quickly, and initially it wasn't really a big deal because I was doing like weight training and trying to gain muscle. Eventually I kind of got into a bit of a slump and stopped with the weight training and stuff. I was still kind of eating the same things I had been before, but wasn't really doing the exercise, and as a result was gaining a lot more fat than muscle. The weight just kind of crept on really, and I found myself at 180 pounds. I think that was my heaviest, which was around 13 stone. So as the weight kind of crept on and I noticed that I was just getting heavier and heavier, I started to feel really self-conscious, about the way that I looked. I felt like I'd kind of let myself go, and yeah, I just started to feel really low. I started to isolate myself. I wasn't confident in the way I looked. I didn't even really like to look in the mirror half the time. I certainly wasn't really going to be taking too many selfies and stuff like that. Anyway, so the weight piled on probably over the course of 6 months or so, and I was stuck in a rut for a little while. And then one day I just kind of thought, I'm sick of feeling like this. I'm sick of like my clothes not fitting me properly. I had to like go up a size or two, and it was just, I wasn't happy, and I decided that I just wanted to start making changes. The first thing that I started to focus on was my diet. So I eat a vegetarian diet anyway, but I started eating like smaller portions. My boyfriend actually bought me a few like health and fitness books, which have got some really nice recipes in. I would eat like little and often, but I made sure that my portions weren't as big as they were, and I tried to like fill up on like fruit and like low calorie crackers and stuff. I got a really nice blender, like bullet blender for Christmas, so I was drinking a lot of fruit and vegetable smoothies. I think part of the reason I gained the weight was because I was eating a lot of carbs, things like pasta and pizza, and I started to kind of cut down on them, not eliminate them completely, because I don't think that's healthy or a healthy way to go about things, but I would cut down on them and I would replace them with things like low calorie, like slimming noodles, which are only like 5 calories a pack or something like that. And also another thing that I did when I would have like spaghetti bolognese or something, instead of using spaghetti I would use like courgettes, and you can actually buy these in the supermarket. They're like spiralized courgette pieces, or you can get them like made out of carrots or swede, I think, but I actually bought like a spiralizer to do my own, and I would use that as like an alternative to spaghetti with like spaghetti bolognese and stuff. I do just want to say I never really counted calories because I've done that in the past, and I just feel like you're kind of setting yourself up to fail if you kind of restrict too much. I was just kind of trying to focus on balance. Even now I still do have like cheat days. Usually on the weekend me and my boyfriend will order like Domino's pizza. I think it's really important to kind of not deny yourself the things that you want, but just to try and eat them in moderation and have a bit more balance. So as well as like making healthier decisions when it came to my diet, I decided that I should probably start doing a bit more exercise. I was really quite unfit, and I would start off just by going for like short walks and stuff. Then that became like longer walks, and eventually I started going for jogs. I always feel better after I've been for a jog, and I think it's really important to kind of get in a routine and have some kind of schedule when it comes to exercise and stuff, because it can be a bit difficult to kind of get in a routine, but once you get started and once you're in that routine, I find that it actually comes quite easily to me, and I actually enjoy going for jogs now, which is something that I never liked at all way back when. I go cycling sometimes. There's a few apps that I've used which have actually helped me out quite a lot. Firstly, the Nike running app, which I have on my phone. It's free to download and it's got a built-in pedometer, so you can see what distance you've been able to jog, and it kind of just gives you that bit of motivation, so you can see how fast you're running and how far you're running, and you can kind of look back on that at the end of the week and then try and improve upon that as you obviously progress and get fitter. But I feel like if you're just getting started out and you're not in a position where you feel comfortable enough to go jogging, even stuff like Pokemon Go, like if you just like start using that and just start going for walks, and you know, you're getting out and you're kind of walking around with that, and I know it's only walking, but it's still better than doing nothing. Another app that I really like, which isn't really about fitness, is Happy Scale. Again, these are both like free apps. I think as far as I know, they're both free apps, and that allows you to track your weight progress. Like I weigh myself most days, which that's probably not a good thing. You should probably weigh yourself like once a week, but with an app like Happy Scale, it will actually kind of track your weight and track like the fluctuations and kind of give you like an average, because obviously things like water weight, you know, come into play when you're weighing yourself really frequently, and sometimes when you see a bigger number on the scale you think, oh, I've gained weight, and then you start to feel really shitty about yourself. But it's good to like kind of have an average so that things even themselves out, and you know, it keeps you kind of motivated. I think that's the most important thing, just trying to stay motivated really, and just really making small goals instead of focusing on the bigger picture. Like initially when I started out, if I was to think, wow, I have 30 pounds to lose, I want to do it by next month, you know, you're just setting yourself up for failure by being unrealistic and having those kind of expectations or hopes. I never put a number on how much weight I wanted to lose or how quickly I wanted to do it. I just kind of took things one day at a time, and I feel like if you're making the right decisions when it comes to food and exercise, then before you know it, you know, you'll be a lot slimmer and feeling a lot healthier. So I currently weigh about 150 pounds, which is around 10.5 stone. And I don't know if I'll ever be 100% happy with the way that I look. There are still things that I would like to improve on, like I would like to lose a little bit more weight and really focus on kind of toning up and getting back some of the muscle that I lost. But like I said, I am a lot happier than I was. And yeah, I kind of feel like the hardest part is over. I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. Probably a lot of this is things that you already knew, but I just thought I would share my story in the hopes that it might help some of you guys. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. Bye guys!